Mr. Hopkins, my name is Mrs. PH, and I'm Joey's science teacher as well as his advisor. I know we've talked on the phone a couple of times. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. As Joey's advisor, I do, as well as all my advisees, I do talk to all their teachers and just see how they're doing in school and what I can help with. And I asked you to meet with me today because Joey has been having difficulty staying on track in his classes. And I wanted to work with you to figure out a plan so that he can be on a successful path to graduating. First of all, I wanted to share that he's very well liked by his peers, and socially, he doesn't have any difficulty. Can you share some other strengths that Joey has that you feel may be helpful in school?
Yeah, Joey has an artistic side. He is, whether it's drawing or painting, I mean, he's just so talented when it comes to art. And you can actually see that it's strategy that he uses. Like if he needs to stay calm or if something's
Mm-hmm.
making him anxious, he turns to drawing and painting.
That's really helpful. Thanks for sharing that with me. I know in science, I can definitely tap into this artistic side to engage him more in that subject matter. I'll talk to his other teachers about how we can do this in his other classes as well, and include the art teacher because maybe she has some ideas on this point as well.
Mrs. PH, can I ask you what other teachers have shared about Joey's behavior in class?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, I should have started with that. So he does have trouble listening in class and often interrupts teachers. Do you feel there's an incentive that has worked at home, which maybe could work as at school?
Yeah, he does have certain privileges at home, such as cell phone use and video game time that I use as a reward system. I've done this in the past, and it's worked.
Okay, that's a really good idea, and I could talk to Joey about setting up a couple behavior goals for himself. And what we can do is we can try out a weekly check-in with his teachers, and I can give you a weekly report. If there is improvement, then he can have more cell phone and video game time. Does that seem like a reasonable plan?
Yeah, it does. Thank you very much for including me in this plan.
No problem. Both you and Joey need to be included. I had another idea while we were talking about that. Do you feel like Joey has a friend who could be a good accountability partner for him?
Well, he has been best friends with Aiden since they were little. Even though they're very different in terms of personality, Joey does see Aiden as a very close confidant. Um, Aiden has always done very well in school as well, so Joey could feed off of that.
Yeah. I know that Aiden and Joey do not have all their classes together, but they definitely have a couple. So maybe we can figure out a way that they can have a check in system with each other around assignments and deadlines. And I can talk to Joey about how he feels about that as well as Aiden. I think between the artistic side, the behavior plan, and Aiden as his accountability partner, we have some three great goals to work towards. Is there anything else you can think of that may be impacting Joey's attitude towards school?
Well, his cousin Theo passed away recently in an accident. Joey and Theo were very close, basically brothers. I've noticed since that time Joey's been more distant and hasn't really been himself.
Mr. Hopkins, thank you for sharing that with me, and I'm really sorry to hear this. This is very helpful to know. So we have a program here at the school called the STEP program, and they have social workers on their staff. These social workers, one of the things they do is they hold various groups during homeroom time, and one of those groups is our grievance group. So what I can do is talk to Miss Emma about getting Joey enrolled in this group, and we can Joey, Miss Emma, and I can sit down together about that. They can provide him with coping strategies, which I think could really help please know that as Joey's advisor, I'm always accessible, and I don't want you to hesitate to reach out. I'll definitely keep you abreast of Joey's progress, and we can regroup to think of more strategies after these four. I'll also be sending you a follow up email after school with the goals we discussed today. Thank you so much for your time. It's much appreciated. Do you have any other questions for me today?
Yes. I know Joey has mentioned that math is not easy for him, and unfortunately, I have not been able to help him. Do you know of any tutoring programs that could be beneficial for him?
Yeah, actually, we have students from Drexel who volunteer every Wednesday before and after school to tutor students in various subjects. I can talk to the coordinator of this program and see if Joey can be included as well. If you could just talk to him about that being a possibility, because we would need to make arrangements for him to be able to stay after school or come in before school those Wednesdays.
Okay, thank you for everything, Mrs. PH. This has been a good meeting, and I will share the email with Joey with the goals we plan tonight when we get home.
Thank you, Mr. Hopkins. I appreciate your time again. And I did tell Joey that we were going to meet today, so he is aware. I will also be talking to him as well tomorrow about the goals we discussed, and I'm glad that we're both on the same page about his voice being included in the plan.
Okay, thank you.